gonna do my best to keep this stuff in check. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's up? Hey, Stiona, how's it going? All right, guys. So we're gonna have quite a couple sessions here. We've got, for those that don't know, it's going good, man. Wife and I had our 11-year official together-versary. We have 3 anniversaries a year for those that that have any kind of similar experience to this. What was I doing? Yeah, we if you have, you know, we have our date anniversary, which was 8/8/14, and then we have our together anniversary, which is November 1st, 2014. So our first date, and then November was when we actually proclaimed each other a couple. And then we have our wedding anniversary, which is 7/1/17. So, it was a good day. It was nice. We got to spend it together nice and we got to spend it nice and yeah, one anniversary at a time. You know, man, it's we do kind of. I think we naturally roll our eyes and stuff, but I think if we're honest, it's you know, there's a reason they care. Hey, what's up, Metal Editor? How's it going, my man? Congrats on your recent book, brother, getting funded. If you want to plug that real quick, you can. For those that don't know, Metal Editor and I put out a book called Paratrauma a couple of years ago, and he just had a book recently funded that he wrote. You'll forgive me if I don't recall the name of it right now. I only have a couple of those books left. I kind of regret not holding on to them at this point. I have one quick cover that I'm going to do, and then we're going to do, that's it, Segan. Hey, man, making it over the finish line is all that matters, right, brother? You want to tell people what it's about a little bit? So werewolf story set in the 1700s Austria-Hungary. Okay. And go on. Jimmy Ross, what's up, dude? Aren't you a writer? My boy's a writer, and he's like, typing is difficult. I gotta give you a little shit, brother. Oh. Hey man, nothing but love for my dudes. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't rip you. It's all about coffee merchant who gets attacked by wolves during a snowstorm. He's taken in by local lodge in mountains. Jay, I do, but brother, I am swamped right now. I've got this Gary V cover that I've got to get done, like ASAP. So I won't be able to do anything today, but if you can stay tuned, just follow me. After Tuesday, my schedule will be a little more open. And we can look at doing something next week. But right now I got deadlines that I gotta meet. This is the last one on the Anthony Mendez. How far do you think I'll get on the cover today? Man, if ideally I would like to have the layout and the design and all of that. Thanks, Jay Swizz. Appreciate it, man. Muscle Tov, no doubt. Hey, brother, you were the one wanting the Witchblade, weren't you? Oh, and I put in Narc Silvestri. That's rude.
Hateful Eight meets a werewolf story. Oh, right on. How much would you charge to do a sketch on a quarter of a blank cover? Huh. That's more like a remark. Probably 100, man. It's about a coffee merchant who gets attacked by wolves during a snowstorm. He's taken in by a local lodge in the mountains. Then he has to survive the night with the strangers in snowstorm whilst the entire group is being hunted by a werewolf. Right on. So is he trying to resist? Is he trying to resist becoming the werewolf? Yes, question about the Witchblade. Do the ones in the Whatnot shop come signed because on your website? Yeah, they come signed, but if you can buy it from the website, that'd be preferred, man. The question is whether or not you want the one that has Mark Silvestri's signature. Trying to get 4 artists to sign and sketch an Italian blank Battle Beast #1. Oh, that is the tease, sneaky devil.
Yeah, they'll all have COAs, brother. Do we trust anyone that's going to get violent quickly? Nice, dude. Bro, you know what we just saw last night? Congratulations on your recent success as well, mate. Been cool seeing you drop all your new covers. Thanks, dude. Hey, there we go. What's up, bro, man? I'm glad you got it, dude. So wifey and I, for an anniversary last night, went to see Begonia. And dude, that movie is awesome. Yeah, dude. This is the first time in a long time that I struggled to find or to pick a movie. Like there was Begonia and the movie with Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen, where he's the angel, and then Begonia, which is the Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons movie. That was extremely well done. The acting by it's mostly the whole movie is just Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone having an act off, basically. And it's phenomenal. So it's not necessarily a movie you have to see in theaters, but if you're going with your wife or whatever, or you're somebody that goes to a lot of movies, even if it's at the theater or not, I recommend it for sure. if you're not a theater goer, it's definitely worth seeing at home. Art Nerd, what's up? Okay, for those that don't know, I've got it's official. I have a Gary V Friends comic cover that I'm going to be doing today. We're going to try to get through the pencils and the layouts today at the very least. If I'm lucky, we'll get further along and we'll end up doing. We might even get to the inks, but at the very least, I'd like to get layouts and pencils done today, and then inks tomorrow, colors started tomorrow, colors done Tuesday. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I'm very excited about doing the cover for Gary. You know, that is a relationship that I think is gonna that I think has some potential. I don't know how far we're gonna get as any kind of working relationship goes. It's obviously would be nice if it went far, but you know, working styles and priorities and schedules and all that stuff changes a lot of things. So we'll see what happens from here on out. But regardless, right now that's the big plan, and we're gonna make it happen. Football beer smoker going, and Todd Beats doing cover best day ever. That's a good question, dude. I'm, you know, as big of a fan of Gary as I am. His stuff is in the same realm as the rest of all of comics, which is to say, I don't get to pay as much attention to it as I would like to, because I'm too busy doing my own thing. So who knows, bro? Who knows? Yeah, does anybody here collect the Gary V stuff? The V Friends stuff? I tried, got pretty expensive. The comic's already taken. Yeah, I hear that, bro. I don't know how y'all do it, man. I buy a couple things here and there, and I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta stop. Can't be spending all my money on the same crap. There's no overtime left for me, dude. Yeah, no problem, Metal. Hey, you guys go follow Metal Editor. Sam, he's a good dude. Writer. Again, he just had his He and I did a book together. He just had his newest book funded on, I don't remember if it was Kickstarter or Indiegogo, that doesn't really matter, but go follow, go pay attention here. And you want to give your Instagram a shout out, bro? Yeah, metal editor on Instagram as well. You know, there's. I appreciate you, brother. Have a great day. There is one of my long-term goals, and something I'd like to hopefully start doing next year is I would like. So I'm going to continue doing covers of stuff, of course. But I'm also, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a big cover, Gary V or Witchblade or whatever's coming out. And then the next month do an indie cover for somebody at no charge. So the idea being that, you know, I want to help support small creators without them having to dole out big money, and maybe figure out a way to, you know, the way I get paid is I just auction off the original artwork and you guys you know, that's how I would make my money back, but it also get attention to these smaller creators. And I say smaller creators not as like an insult, but like badass creators that don't get the attention they deserve. I am planning on finding a way to MegaCon, yes. That's the goal right now, brother. But I did not get officially accepted. I know I have a way in if I want with CSA, and then I'm also trying to find a route with just kind of bugging people in. Feel free to say this question is too much for you, but when it comes to scanners for you, do you have any tips or suggestions? Because I need one for myself. So it depends on what you're looking for, brother. I have an Epson V600, which is not an especially expensive scanner. The way I make it work is I also have Photoshop. So if you have a scanner, I mean, almost any scanner is going to be adequate for you, bro, to be honest. But if you like the V600 will scan up to 600 dpi. Well, Clip Studio is not going to do it, man. So Photoshop has a feature called Photo Merge. It's either Photo Merge or Auto Merge. So like this one is no big deal on this size because I can scan in, I think it'll do up to like 8.5 by 11s. Thanks, CX. You would scan in 4 separate scans of the larger image, and then you use Photoshop's Auto Merge, Photo Merge, and it'll stitch those together automatically. So it's a workaround to get your larger pieces scanned in without having to get a gigantic scanner, which is way more expensive. way more complicated than I thought. I mean, it's not, it's, every solution has a problem, bro. So you're either gonna spend, like the V600, I think you can get for maybe $300, $200 or $300. I don't know. If somebody wants to look that up, they can, and let me know what they're running. Or if you want to get something that'll scan an 11x17 all at once, you're gonna spend like $2,000, bro. So it's like, pick your poison, dude. Let's see real quick. Epson V600. Yeah, $349 for a V600. Like some of the really big ones, dude, you're gonna be in the thousands of dollars. M. Dispenza, what's up, dude? Yeah, and this is what I would also suggest you do on Photoshop, bro. And most people don't do this, but get the trial, do the trial, and then go to cancel the trial. And then if you go to cancel the trial, they'll offer it at a way lower price to you. So instead of it being like $19.99 a month, they'll, I don't know what they'll do, but and then just do that perpetually with Photoshop, with Adobe. It's a pain, but it keeps me from paying, I don't know what they want, like $60 a month for the full suite, and I keep working it, and I end up paying $29.99. But stuff like this, dude, it's just the price of being a pro, man. It sucks these days, but yeah, Clip Studio Paint is better, in my opinion, for the actual art side of comics. I do some professional grade post work in Photoshop that you can't really do in Clip Studio Paint. But the overwhelming majority of what you need can be done in CSP. Do that, had to get a new plan in order to cancel it once they were trying to charge me $100. Yeah. And dude, if you push hard enough, they'll waive all that stuff. You know, I think they understand that they are, for lack of a better term, ripping people off. But they're gonna do their best to squeeze every dollar they can out of you. Yeah, I miss those days too, bro. Except it wasn't even because of college. I just had a copy that a friend had, and she gave it to me, and that worked for literally like 8 years. And it was perfectly adequate for the overwhelming majority of stuff that I did. But once the subscription service stuff came around, and then they eventually figured out um, how to force people to upgrade, it was just like, call her back. Yeah. It just kind of made it impossible. And you know, these days it's like, I mean, 29. So sketch covers are normally 175, brother. But I'm not really taking those right now because I am booked solid. I will probably open up a couple spots next week. And you can likely get something done, but right now I'm packed, dude. I got a cover I got to get done, and I've got plenty of other already paid customers that I've got to get their orders finished. Sir Swole, what's up, dude? Yeah, no problem, dude. Just follow. I'd also recommend anybody that wants to stay in the know on my stuff to go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. I try to put about one of those out a month. Sometimes it's not quite that often because stuff gets busy, but I try to keep people posted on what I've been doing, what's coming around the bend, new special announcements, etc., etc. I'm not doing remarks right now, Muscle. I'm sorry, dude. OG was making a lot of jokes because he thinks it's hilarious. But OG and other retailers, and then just in general, the success of my first Battle Beast kind of ruined my desire to do remarks. Battle Beast 1 was great. It put me on the map in a lot of ways. Like, I was already doing fine, but Battle Beast 1 took me to another level, and that ended up I said yes to a whole bunch of remarks, and I ended up doing like 160 of those in 6 weeks or something, and it just it's good money, dude, but it's not good for creativity. It's not good for building the craft. It's not good for keeping my skills sharp. It's just you know, it's unfortunate, but it's just one of those things that's like, you know, it just sucks, dude. Yeah, quality is definitely greater than quantity, and it's like remarks, it's somewhat like doing these headshots, you know? Like, I can do these all day long, but I'm not putting, it's not developing my skill. It's like writing my name over and over and over again. It's like, that's not making me a better writer. It's just making me good at signing my name. And I'm trying to develop skills that are, I'm not at that Ryan Otley level yet. I'm not at that Mark Silvestri level yet. I'm not at that Greg Capullo level yet. Todd McFarlane, like, those guys have skills that just far exceed where I am right now, and I'm trying to get there, and I can't get there by doing I can't get there by doing the same old stuff, you know, by doing cookie cutter quickies that, you know, you guys love. And you know, one of the major reasons I did like doing it was because the fans loved it, but you know, it was cutting into my skill development, so I had to back off. And I will open them back up at some point. I gotta get to a different place artistically before I do that again. If that makes sense. Like the success and stuff that I've had over the last several months has been, you know, just phenomenal, and I'm super grateful for it. I gotta get to a place where I can manage it better, so that I can continue to give you guys what you deserve as the fans. Yeah. Dude, OG will walk up to me and just dump a bunch of books in my lap and be like, "Do your thing, bro," and then run away before I can say no. OG, no! And he's like, no, I can't hear you. Hey, I got you. They call me. This is yours, and then we're gonna get working on this Gary V. This Gary V cover. Yeah, I've got paperwork is official. Gary V hired me out to do a cover for one of his upcoming comics called Rare Robot. So that's what's on the docket for today. Yeah, pretty excited about this one, man. I've been a Gary V fan for a long time, and he and I ended up linking up through a pretty cool story, and all signs are pointing to him being the cool guy that he seems to be, so fingers crossed that all that is true. And I'm excited to see what we end up doing together. Hopefully I can live up to his expectations of me. You know, it's a two-way street here. Yeah, I think so. I got some good ideas in my head, and the cool part of Gary V's characters is that, you know, they're not these hyper hyper illustrated um, cross hatching and muscles and scars and all that stuff. It's like it's a pretty simple robot character, right? Um, but that provides its own challenges in that it also doesn't give you a lot of avenues to be expressive. So you got to be very creative about the way you choose to illustrate them and capture their essence as characters. So that's going to be the challenge today. I've got a pretty good idea in my head about what I want to do, but it's a big difference between having the idea in the head and being able to. What's up, Snapper? Robot simplicity can be a killer. Absolutely, dude. So we're gonna go through those challenges together, and hopefully, it'd be super cool if we could get Gary in here at some point. But I'm definitely not counting on that. No matter how dope that would be. So we might have to tag him, and don't start doing it now, but I may have everybody start tagging the crap out of him. And we'll see if we can get him in here to say, hey. It's kind of in between, man. So he's doing a good job of, you know, for lack of a better term, being very kind of Disney-esque in his approach. Kids and adults alike are going to be able to consume it without it being too difficult from either perspective. I will say that Rare Robot seems to be on the friendlier side. I got to get a little sneak peek of his character, Motivated Monster. And that one gets pretty dark, dude, not gonna lie. But like stylistically, it's all very cartoony, all very like I said, Disney-esque, Sunday funnies kind of vibe. Know a bunch of artists that won't touch robots because of how much layout work there can be for it, so kudos to you. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it would not be my first choice of character stylistically to do for any comic really, but if Gary Vee calls you, you answer that call, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't about to miss that opportunity because it wasn't my perfect number one choice, you know what I mean? It'll help in that area of creativity you were talking about earlier, though at least in theory, since it with someone you respect. Yeah. And like, I mean, ultimately, dude, that's where great art thrives, in my opinion, is in the realm of challenge, where it's like in the challenge of limitation, you know? Like it's some people think that it's better to be like, oh, just do whatever, man. But realistically, the best results come when somebody's like, hey, I want you to do this, but it needs to stay like this, and you have to keep this, and you can't do that, and that makes it where you have to think from within a box that you otherwise could not. At least for me, in my experience. Yeah, they gave me permission to do it live. I don't have to keep it hidden until it's done. So I'm gonna start working on the concept here, and then, you know, ideally we're gonna do the whole thing together, and you guys will get to participate. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. You know, that's one of the things I dislike the most about some of these other projects is the companies, the creators, whatever, and I get it, like rightfully so, they don't want anything revealed or shown until they've had full approval over it, you know? So they've seen it and they've said, okay, we like this, we don't like that. Yes, you can do this, no, you can't do that. Yeah. But I think Gary recognizes that part of the benefit, and I don't know if it's like this for all the creators he's working with, but you know, I would assume that one of the things he was attracted to me for was my content and my ability to share that content and that process with people. So why stifle that, right? Winter, what's going on? Adam Puckett, what's going on, dude? Yeah, and like, I think rightfully so, that's how it should be. Like, I think these other companies are missing out on a lot of um, free promotion and creativity by trying to not allow that part of stuff to occur with the audience. I mean, I know that whenever I eventually start creating my own comic, like one of my whole plans is to develop the characters and the storyline with the audience. You know, I want to take everybody on the journey with me in figuring out who these characters are and where they come from and what makes them cool and what do they look like and what is their story, and you know, how am I building and what am I struggling and what am I not struggling, and you know, all of that stuff I think just is a no-brainer, because why wouldn't you? You know, why wouldn't you involve people in that process and get them excited that they saw the whole thing happen and helped with that creation, and not even necessarily help, but even like they were just there, they saw it, you know, they got invested. Yeah, and you know, not every artist is the same. I certainly have a lot of artists comment to me that they think I'm crazy because I do and share everything live, and you know, wins and losses I put out there for everyone to watch and critique and observe. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, there's times when I'm not necessarily a huge fan of it, but at the same time, it's also one of the things that has connected people to me and made me fun to watch, I think. And whether you're watching me because you love me or hate me, I think it still resonates with people. So as long as I can, that's what I'm going to do. And at some point, my demand and my value and power and all of that will be strong enough that I can dictate my own terms. And if people want to be part of my, you know, if they want to hire me to produce something for them, then they're going to have to accept that that process is going to be posted live, and if they don't like it, then they, I guess, don't get to work with me, you know? Hell yeah, Snapper, thanks, man. Absolutely phased. I certainly try to be genuine, bro. You know, there's genuine, you know, where you're a real person, and there's like, I'm striving to be a better version of myself, so I try to make sure I hold myself to a standard, you know. Okay. Dude, can anybody, is there anybody that is foolish enough to believe that this version of Catwoman is not the hottest, best version of Catwoman? Bro. Well, thanks, Dispenza. Females are definitely something I'm constantly trying to improve on. I keep threatening to have like a month where all I do is work on females. And that's one of those things that, again, I need to carve some time out for, that I just have not done. So I'm hoping that is something I can sort out sooner rather than later. The thing I learned from my days in music, my one friend was always so fake on camera, he told me to be more like him on how I acted in my content. Just wasn't me. Yeah, dude. And like, trust me, the you see on social media is definitely the you would meet in person. In front of or behind the camera or whatever. I don't really know how to not be myself, dude. It's one of the things people love and hate about me. Trust me. So to that extent, I'm definitely genuine. Trust me, my wife is like constantly having to explain to people like who I am and what I mean, and because I will 100% say exactly what I think, and when I'm getting to know some people, like one of the things I tell them is you're never going to have to wonder how I feel about you. You're never going to have to wonder how I feel. Todd's always going to let you know exactly how he's feeling. I have a feeling that's going to get me in trouble one day, but currently I'm okay. Alessandro, what's up? These are Gary's. Yeah. No, this is just a warm up, man. I got to get this one done. It's the last one on the docket before we start on Gary's. Alessandro's the man. Hey brother, I think I asked this last time, but did you ever figure out, like, are you able to sell here on Whatnot again, or are they still not letting you do it because you're in? Is it Italy? Damn, bro, that sucks, man. Yo, go follow Alessandro on Instagram, please, and buy work from him there. His art is just, it's phenomenal, man. It's some of the coolest, prettiest stuff out there, in my opinion. If you're somebody that likes original art, he is definitely somebody you should have work from. Spencer, thanks, man. We'll see you, brother. This is the Michelle Pfeiffer version, correct? Yeah, dude, I imagine. And, it's tough because, like, I would love to move overseas, dude, but there is a part of me that is concerned that it would make it very difficult to do my work the way I currently do it. All right, brother, I think this one is done for you, man. Trying, they call me. I applied for Emerald City. I have not gotten word yet. I would love to do that one because it's more or less hometown. Seattle is just a couple hours north of me. So, would love to get that one, dude. Oh, you're going, dude? Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we'll have to shake hands and have a drink or six. You're a guest? Oh, jealous. Jersey, you would think, sports car, we are doing a V Friends, yes. I'm doing a cover for Rare Robot for Gary. I wouldn't necessarily say that I am a... That's not what I'm doing right now, dude. I gotta get this cover in. I would suggest that you stay tuned. It's all good, man. Follow me. Make sure that you stay tuned. Maybe after this week I can get something for you. I need to make sure, by the way, that I'm not crossing any boundaries with Gary doing that. So let me touch base, but just follow me, dude, and if I can do it, I will. Okay, so Rare Robot. Let's see, where are you at, DJ? Prelim sketch sales, yeah. I mean, knowing Gary's crowd, they probably would love this stuff. So I kind of had this dual shot idea where he's kind of standing here. In his pose. And some kind of shadow happening. One of those extreme shadows, some direction. He's got this thing that happens throughout the book where he kind of has this glitch happening. And that'll be better. Where he's like, "Would you like to hear my theme song?" that I kind of want to lay out on the ground. But I think if I can do it right, if I can find the right angle and combination of angles, and this is where it's going to be, this is where the challenge for this is going to be, right? Like whipping up a cover for these basic shapes is not going to be hard. Sports cards, maybe, dude. Let me. I don't think I can do it. So one thing I know for sure is Gary and the V Friends have first right of refusal for any art that I make. So if I offer this for sale, I have to ask them first. So that much I know. So as much as I would love to sell this to you, man, they fortunately have, they hold all the cards, you know what I mean? And I don't want to piss them off. I'm trying to be a good an honorable coworker. Oh, he does have antenna. I like the light coming behind him, like someone opened the door and he wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some definite considerations about that. Do we want the light coming from behind? And, you know, that would mean that the shadows would be a little darker here. So that's going to keep him a bit more obscured. It's really going to depend on what's going to enhance the rest of the piece. Hey, can we all tag? Let's as many of you as you can tag at VFriends or tag at Gary V. And let's see if by some chance we can get him in here. That'd be hilarious. But like one idea that I had was to almost have this. I see a big cool shadow going up and back, light in front. Yeah, I mean that could be cool too. What is his? Todd requires your assistance. Nope. Nope. Not. How do I get out of that? Hold on, stay with me. There we are. Would you like to hear my theme song? Like this kind of thing is going to be kind of tough to lay out by hand. But if I could do um, no, I mean graffiti on the ground, maybe. Can't sell their IP, but you can give it away to get more people involved in your art, I think is the rule. Yeah, again, I'll have to verify that with them, brother. But like doing a double exposure thing here, where this is all light in the background. But man, I keep coming back to this idea of the cover being super simple. And him kind of being isolated because he's rare, right? So like, how do we convey his rarity? So like, if he's rare, he stands alone, right? Like, there's nobody else like him. Oh, spotlight. That's not bad. Yeah. Ground is wet and words are in a puddle. That's not bad. If I can do it in a way where the shadow's hitting the ground. Like all of this is dark. And this is dark. And then I should be able to do like a find some fonts or make a font that is like has his title up here. That's interesting. Does anybody want me to run this Witchblade, by the way? It will come dual signed. This is my cover for Witchblade number 10. And that's Mark Silvestri's signature. I will sign this side. There's only a handful of these. I've got maybe 4 or 5 left. I'm probably going to send most of them to CGC. Certainly not a requirement. Yes, no, maybe. Cool. All right. like I know that that's super simple and not like overly complicated, and there's a part of me that um, you know, how do I put it? Like I don't want to work just for the sake of working if that doesn't serve the art, you know? And there's definitely a strong part of me that feels like if I want to portray this character, like I want to do it in a way that tells the story. We'll have to figure that out. But like if we can make it look like he's standing on that text. Would you like to hear my theme song? Like I think that'd be super dope, dude. I mean, give me some feedback, guys. Is he looking ridiculous right now? Is this too simple? Who's my collector guy? Sports card ace. Like you're the rare robot guy. Like, does this concept excite you at all, or does this just feel like super boring? Not enough. Which it's okay if that's how, if that's the, I'm not looking for a yes man. Okay. the scaling him up is not a bad idea. The only reason I hesitate to do that is because compositionally, what I'm thinking is going to make him stand out and what conveys that he is rare is if it's clear that he's all alone. That he is standing alone by himself, as opposed to if he's scaled up and he's bigger, then it's just a shot of it's just a standard shot of him. But if we can do it in a way where it's clear that he's all by himself in this portrayal or whatever, that it shows that he's standing alone. And then the "Would you like to hear my theme song?" like, he's the one that's supposed to be saying yes or no on the chess screen or whatever. And I think it's kind of cool, at least conceptually what I'm thinking, one of the reasons that I like this is the look on his face is like, I dare you. You know, it's a little bit like, please say yes. Do you want to hear my theme song? Are you sure? Yeah, and it's still cartoony and it's still playful and it still has some action to it. And even though he's this tiny little guy, it's still like it's still he still looks badass. Did I lose Sports Card Ace? Once I didn't sell it yet. Hell yeah, dude. Invader Zim is a nice benchmark to strive for. I was about to say, my dog clearly found something that needs her attention.
Hey, you guys hear what's going on over here? You hear it?
Do you need assistance? Yeah, exactly, dude. Just a chain reaction of dogs barking. Sorry, everybody. My bad. I mean, if they're good dogs, if they're good pets. many people in here collect Gary Vee? Or know of Gary Vee, or follow Gary Vee, or are a V-friend fanatic? Anybody? I know we had a couple in here a little bit ago. You never heard of Gary Vee at all? That's interesting. I guess you guys are not big on social media, which is not a judgment of any kind. Sometimes it's hard for me to believe when people don't know who Gary Vee is, because that dude is everywhere. A lot of energy right now in the drawing or with Gary Vee? Yes, absolutely. He's pushing hard to make it a legit thing, and people seem to be all about it right now. If you guys don't follow Gary Vee, I can't recommend him enough. He's one of those you're probably going to watch him the first time and not like him, or find him to be too much, or to be aggressive, or maybe even obnoxious. But he's a good content creator, man. Yeah, and Gary's, I almost hesitate to. He's more of he's really a marketing guy, and his business, what he's doing here with V Friends is not a necessity to his success. It's just something that he's gotten into because he loves it. I wouldn't call him a TikToker, although he's on TikTok. I would probably I don't know how else to put it. I would suggest you go look at his content. Very motivational, very positive. He's an entrepreneur. He started out on YouTube years and years and years ago, when he had a wine business, and he turned that into a marketing business, and he figured out social media and where that was headed, and turned that into a thing. And he's had his hands in a lot of stuff, is the short story. So, and certainly not anything you guys have to consume. I'm not trying to be a fanboy or anything. I think he does stuff that is a nice it's a nice change from the usual social media stuff that you see out there. So, if you like that kind of stuff, great. If you don't, also, whatever. You can just keep following me because you like me. I'd be lying if I didn't say that his approach to social media didn't have an influence on myself and how I've approached social media. They call me like TikTok. F that. Hard pass, bro. And I don't blame you, dude. Do you try to avoid most social media, brother? Nice, dude. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Threads is whatever. Blue Sky is also kind of whatever. Kara, like there was always Like everybody thinks they're releasing the next Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and then it just never manifests, man. I saw a piece you did on IG, start following you on Whatnot, hoping to get your attention, to get a piece done, and been hooked since. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, you've gotten a lot of stuff from me, bro. Me and Joey. So I appreciate it, brother. We're gonna do your Venom Spider-Man thing soon. Ho Daddy, what's up, dude? That would make sense. I hope Joey and I get to do something together soon. There's an event in what's it called, in Texas that Joey's going to, that I've been tentatively invited to. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Uh, 175, dude. So I'm gonna try and hopefully do an event with him. Probably 250. Yeah, no problem, man. JB Live, I cannot sell anything without giving Gary V and V Friends first right of refusal. So at some point, the answer is yes, but I have to give them a chance to buy it first. Are you a V Friends guy? Okay, so what do you think of this concept for a Rare Robot cover? And don't just give me a, I like it, if you don't like it. I need honest feedback from fans of the property. That's fair. He does apparently go into this tough guy red eye mode. Does that change anything? Or does that would you prefer to see him a little more nice guyish as he's known? A little more kid friendly, so to speak. And again, I'm wanting genuine feedback because I want to do my interpretation of the character, but I also don't want to alienate fans of his. The Series 1 robot, I know, yes. You mean the character? Or like the cards? Like I've seen this version. I should probably be careful about what I'm showing here. Like this version.
This guy? Yes. Yes, I have. I have to be careful because I need to make sure that I'm not revealing too much, but I do know that they are going to be doing some stuff with the character that might that might expand what you've known about him historically. Maybe that's the best way to say that. Which you could all end up being totally right, because I am going to have to send this off to them to for approval and stuff. So there's a strong possibility they might be like, dude, this is a little too hardcore. In which case I could definitely do like a smiley face and it would still be fine. I do appreciate the feedback. I don't want to do a pick for a reason, just give my opinion, whatever is published is going to be great. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. And I genuinely appreciate the feedback, because I am a Gary V fan, but I'm also I'm too busy in life to be fully caught up on all the stuff he's done and how these characters are embraced by the fan base. So I definitely want to. I don't want to be one of those creators that doesn't respect the source material. You know what I mean? Nobody likes those guys. They're just like, yeah, but what if, I know this is totally different than the character actually is, but what if we just like, he is a maxi? What's a maxi? Teach me, bros, teach me. Bringing someone in collects robot characters and be friends. Nice. I cannot run the sketches. Gary V and V Friends have first right of refusal. I'm not allowed to sell anything until they've had a chance to buy it first. So for now, no.
Here on Whatnot, or on my website, toddbeats.com. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is take a picture of this. Send it over to DJ. Get some feedback. Whoops. Give me just a second, guys. And then we'll work on some other stuff here. Joey Rainey, what's up, dude? Chris Stapleton, how are you, bro?
So I think we're gonna pause on this one for now, and then let's get some other stuff going. Or maybe let's come back a bit later. Last chance, does anybody want the Witchblade 10 signed by Mark Silvestri and myself? Going once. Mark Silvestri, I will sign live here. You'll also get a signed COA. Going twice. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to come back later. Y'all be good.